He was unable to make it today. He's on vacay. Wish we were all ballers like him to be going on vacay. So I have Eric stepping in today.
And we're here for episode number 3. We're trying to make this work. We're having some little audio issues, but it seems like we're live now and we're
Good to
ready
go.
to go.
So before we get the show going, obviously I want to remind everyone about the giveaway. It's still not too late. You still got plenty of time. There's two options, obviously. The first option is just to like, follow the page, share that post, tag at least 3 friends in the comments. You can tag, you can tag as many people as you want. The better, the more, the better chance of you winning. The second option, obviously, is the watch the show, either this one or the Liberator, which is on Wednesdays with Jesse and Eric. Same concept. Just look for the word baller within the first 5 minutes of the show. Comment the correct answer on the video, and they will enter your name twice. So pretty simple, easy money. Don't got to do much. Like I said, just listen for the word baller within the first 5 minutes, or do the other option and got a chance to make some money. Easy money. So today, uh, gonna be talking about tomorrow's pay-per-view event.
Oh, it's a big one too.
Pretty
It's exciting. I'm
pretty
excited.
pretty interesting fights coming up tomorrow. We got the heavyweight fight, obviously. Francis Ngannou with the champion Stipe Miocic. So that should be a good, interesting fight. What do you think about that, Eric?
I got some faith in Francis this time. I think Francis could do it.
I mean, it's a smaller cage. They're fighting at the Vegas UFC Apex.
Oh yeah, what's up with that? I
I
heard
mean,
about
it's
them,
it's
but
always been a smaller cage there.
yeah,
So obviously, the smaller cage benefits a dude like Ngannou because he's gonna knock you out.
yeah.
You don't got much to run around in, and but I mean, at the same time, I feel like people are still uh, they're still not putting respect
They're
in
doubting Miocic,
in
huh?
Miocic. I mean, the guy's the goat
Yeah,
heavyweight.
yeah.
I
He's
still
someone.
feel like he's being disrespected, and I mean, if he goes out there and does the same thing he did in the first fight, where he just dominated him on the ground and pound,
Especially seeing the photos and videos of him like cleaning toilets in his Cleveland freaking
as in the fire department.
fire department. I was like, oh my god, like this guy is the world champ,
This guy's a humble dude. I
and
mean,
he's
he's still,
cleaning toilets.
yeah,
So
he still does that whole. He's still a firefighter, I think,
yeah,
after his pay-per-view fights and stuff. But yeah, I feel like people just they're still not putting respect on his name for the fact that just because they're overhyping Ngannou. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ngannou's a beast. I
yeah.
think he's only had in his last 4 fights, he's only fought 2 minutes.
Really?
So those last
Oh
four
my goodness.
fights is 2 minutes combined of fighting in 4 fights.
And he's a beast too, you
So,
know.
and I think they've all been knockouts. So, but I mean, the dude's fairly new to the sport. He hasn't been doing it as long. I mean, I think he's only done MMA. I think 8 years now,
Somewhere
and
on there. Yeah, I heard his story on Joe Rogan, and
so he's not a dude that's been wrestling or doing boxing or kickboxing since he was like a teen or a kid or at least early 20s.
well,
He
inspiration was boxing, right?
yeah, but I mean, I mean, I mean, he's got all boxing techniques. He's got the knockout power. He's a big dude, but I mean, what's he gonna do if Stipe does the same thing and takes him to the ground again? I mean,
Yeah, he's in danger there,
what's he
but
can what's he gonna be able to do on the ground? Like, is he gonna be able to defend himself and escape? And because
that's the difference between this time and last time, right? That he's been practicing on take over the takedown defense, right?
but I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, it.
We're gonna have to see what he's learned and what he's acquired to do after that type of training.
I mean, another thing. Danny mentioned this earlier to me because we were texting.
Hmm.
He asked me if I watched the weigh-ins, and so I went back to look at it, and he told me that he thought Stipe looked a little, a little small coming in. I think he's coming in like 230 something, and Stipe weighed in at like 260 something. I think.
And there's no limit, right, on heavyweight.
I'm not too sure, but I mean, he did it. I mean, in a way, he kind of did look small. But I haven't. I mean, I might have to go back and look at all his other previous fights to see if he looked the same. Maybe he just. I mean, obviously next to Ngannou, who's fucking a beast. Maybe that's why he looks a little small.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe in his previous fights he doesn't look that small, just because maybe this time the opponent is
Because I saw a little bit of the press conference and I did see him too as well, but I mean, he still looks like a big guy.
yeah, and I mean he doesn't look unhealthy. It doesn't look like he's
No.
unhealthy weighing in. Like he looks legit. He looks
He's
good.
yes.
So I'm not too worried about that. I think at the end of the day, I mean, I'd bet my money on Stipe. I mean, at this rate, you can't bet against the guy. He's proven that he's the best, heavyweight ever. He's
Yeah.
defended it successfully the most.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't know if he's got a chin because I mean DC knocked him out that second fight, the first fight, I think. Yeah, the first fight, I think. Yeah, the first.
Mhm.
DC knocked him out, but I mean, obviously, Ngannou's a different type of animal.
Yeah.
I mean, that knockout power is probably 10 times worse than DC's. But I think the thing Stipe is gonna do, he's gonna just do the same thing he did in the first fight
Try to take him down.
because even if he's been training the takedowns since that last fight, I mean, is that even enough time to be able to get all that down? Like memorizing, be able to defend yourself against a dude like Stipe, who's he does that a lot. I just I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I think if it if Stipe is able to do it what he did last time, it goes 5 rounds. I think Ngannou gets gassed because he's gonna have to deal with all that weight on top of him. Uh, but it could easily just go 1 round, and Ngannou could easily knock him out in the first round.
Also, we forget a lot about his age. Like, you think I mean, he is getting older in age up there, and
Who's Stipe?
yes,
Yeah, but I mean he's looked good. His last
no,
two
yeah, he's
fights,
looked great. I'm
his
not
last two
denying that.
fights, he beat DC. I mean, DC was old, but DC
DC's
was
an
still
older
a
guy too.
killer. He
Yes,
was still a
yeah,
killer.
yeah.
And so, I mean,
But who's older actually, Stipe
I think
or
Stipe is older.
yeah?
I'm not too sure, but I
So
think
it's,
Stipe is older. But
I mean, that says a lot for him too. Like
uh,
he's a older person, and yet he's still defending his belt.
Stipe wins this fight. Obviously, you don't got to talk about GOAT anymore, GOAT status, because he's already the GOAT of the heavyweights. But
Mm.
he ends up winning this fight. Let's just say he knocks Francis Ngannou out. Let's just say that because Ngannou's hasn't been tested. I mean, the fight that we thought he was going to be tested ended up being the most boring fight ever.
Oh, the Derek
Derek
Lewis
Lewis
fight, right?
fight,
Yes,
because we were all
yes.
excited to see what a guy like Derek Lewis, who's
Yeah.
also a knockout, artist, who's brutalizing everyone.
That's such a disappointing fight too, because after seeing that Curtis Blade fight with him,
Oh, Curtis
like
Blades
3 weeks ago,
yeah, like
oh
three
my
weeks ago.
god, it was bad. And
That's why they say you can't. Anything can happen in MMA.
he wrecked him.
Yeah, anything can happen in MMA because
Yeah,
a flying knee or a kick or anything just.
and it looked soft, right? Like I saw it, the uppercut, and it looked like almost soft, like nothing happened almost, and you just see him, drop down.
Yeah,
like
and he gave him 2 more.
yeah.
Put the man in a coma after
hammer
that.
fisted his ass and
But
left him disabled.
that's the fight I was excited for because I wanted to see what a dude like Derek Lewis could do, what kind of pressure, what kind of power he could deliver on a guy like Ngannou, and we really didn't see any of that because, well, I mean, the fight was
They were scared.
pretty. I don't know if it was. I mean, obviously Ngannou didn't want to do anything because he was coming off the loss.
Well, they were cautious of their power, I guess,
and
you could
so
say.
yeah, I guess in a way, yeah. So let's just say Stipe does knock him out. I mean, there's no debate after that. I mean, you can't underestimate him anymore. You got to put respect on his name, on the man's name.
And how come we haven't had a fight with John Jones?
I mean, John Jones, honestly, in my opinion, I'm a John Jones fan, but I mean, at the same time, John Jones I don't think he deserves to just come up and get a title shot automatically.
Yeah,
I think I mean, not just that. I mean, he's a star, obviously, but I mean, why not put John Jones in a fight against someone to, give him a little warm up, a tune-up fight in the heavyweight division. Maybe a little Derek Lewis in there, Derek Lewis and John Jones. And then if he manages, because I think honestly, that's the fight that's going to happen next. Regardless of who wins this fight, John Jones is more than likely going to get the winner.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, I mean, that's another topic where, I mean, John Jones is a killer. I mean, he's a beast. And I've seen the videos of him getting thick in the gym.
Yeah, he's gotten big. I saw that
big.
too. He's a thick boy
so,
now.
I mean, this fight's interesting. Like I said, I think if it goes past 2 rounds, I think more than likely Stipe got it in the bag because he's going to just be applying the pressure, taking him down, and just putting all that weight on Ngannou, and he might not know what to do.
It all
But I
depends
mean, at the
on.
same time,
It all depends on the
I'm
takedown defense. I think.
also interested to see what
He has learned.
what he's learned and what he might show tomorrow.
Yeah, that's my big.
I'm excited for the fight. I mean, two of the baddest men in the world, you know.
Yeah, biggest dudes too.
I mean, it's gonna be a good fight. It's not gonna be boring, obviously.
Oh no!
I mean,
I really hope not. It better not be another Derek Lewis and Ngannou fight.
It's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. Another fight that we on that fight card is Tyron Woodley versus Vicente Luque.
So I'm not too familiar with Luque, but I know
you've seen Woodley fight.
Woodley's a beast, and the only issue that I see with him is that people, like call him soft sometimes because he gets nervous. Or
I mean, it's not that. It's just people always talk smack on his fights when he was the champion, just because they called his fights boring. Yeah. Because he wasn't the type of fighter to just go out there and just start swinging. You know, he wasn't trying to knock your head off. He was just going out there and being a smart fighter. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if he was fighting a dude that's obviously a knockout dude that's always swinging and just destroying everybody, he obviously played it smart. He would take him down and just control him on the ground, but which is smart, because at the end of the day, you're trying to take care of yourself. You're not trying to go in there and just get beat up every time, you know.
And from looking from this picture, I mean, looks like Woodley's got this in the bag.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I told you that picture's not a recent picture of Vicente Luque, but
yeah, that's true. But
but I mean, we can't say that automatically that he's got it in the bag. Woodley's coming off of a 3-fight losing streak. I mean, he lost his belt to Usman in dominant fashion. He lost 5 rounds. Yeah, I don't think he won one single round in that fight. Okay, then he came back and he fought against Gilbert Burns. 5-round main event as well.
Yeah.
He lost all 5 rounds, in my opinion, as well. That was 10 rounds lost already.
That was pretty sad. Yeah.
And then his most recent loss against Colby Covington. And that was a stoppage, I think, in like the 3rd or 4th round. He stopped him.
And he talked a lot of crap on that one too.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I mean, it was a big rivalry. We were all excited to see that fight because I mean, there's a lot of trash talk going back and forth between the two of them. A lot of beef,
yeah.
And I mean, but he got beat. I don't think he won a single round in that fight either. And so I think, I mean, it's as much as I hope Woodley can bounce back at least and show a little bit of his old self.
Yeah.
I just want to see that, because if he takes another L, then I think.
You think he's done?
I think he might just be done. I mean, it might be time to just hang him up and.
The next McGregor, pretty much?
I wouldn't say next McGregor, because McGregor, whether he loses 3 more fights in a row right now, and he announces he's coming back for another fight, he's still going to sell. People are still going to tune in.
He's got the
call, but no one's really going to tune in for Woodley. I mean, people already hated Woodley because he's kind of boring fighter. Exactly, like they say it. But I think the dude is just smart. He's a smart fighter because he's not trying to take damage.
Yeah.
He plays his cards right. You're not going in there because just to, I mean, sometimes, you want to put up a good fight for the fans, but at the same time, it's all about your safety at the end of the day.
Yeah,
too.
Exactly.
And so obviously, if you're fighting someone that's a killer, I mean, you're going to do what's best for you to make sure you get home safe, Yeah. Vicente Luque is actually coming off of who
are the big names that he's faced? Like, who are the?
So he's coming off a two win winning streak. His last fight was August 1st, 2020.
Oh, okay.
He took a W against Randy Brown, TKO.
So like
the
8
second
months,
round.
7 months.
Yeah, that's not. It's been a while.
Minute, right?
Yeah. His prior to that, he fought Nico Price. That was actually more of a closer fight because he fought May 9th of 2020.
Okay.
So he bounced right back. And that was also a TKO.
Oh, wow.
In the 3rd round. His notable fights, I mean, he's fought Mike Perry. He beat Mike Perry in 2019. Split decision. His last loss was in 2019 against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
Yeah.
That was his last loss, and Wonderboy's a beast, he's a killer.
Yeah, he's
and but Vicente Luque against Woodley is a good fight. I think it makes sense. Obviously Woodley's a wrestler. Luque's a striker. So.
And what place are they in? Like,
I don't even know if they're in the rankings right now. I think
Woodley should be right.
no, after 3 losses like that. I mean, he was the champion. He lost to Usman. He probably dropped down to 1 after that.
So you think they're
Okay.
the bottom 15 or something?
No,
like
no,
that?
no, not bottom 15, but I think they're possibly not even top 10, maybe below
Oh.
the top 10s. I
Oh.
think we might have to look that up, but
So they got to climb that up then, right?
yeah, I mean, if Luque can get a win over Woodley, I mean that's a big name, obviously, you know.
Yeah,
Woodley's
of
still a big
course.
name, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, of course, yeah.
He's still a big name, so you can't, you know, that's a big win for him. But I mean, at the same time, it's also a big win if Woodley can manage to get, you know, get a win because he's off 3 losses in a row. I mean, you know, it's probably, you know, come up in discussions with his team and stuff that maybe if he takes another L,
Yeah, that sucks because Kamaru Usman really, you know, like he almost, you
destroyed
could
him.
say you ruined his life almost.
He you know, he beat him 5 rounds, 25 minutes. He couldn't really do anything. That was one of the most. I was disappointed because I was expecting a good fight,
Yeah, same.
you know. But oh, you know what? Woodley is actually ranked 7 in the
Oh yeah, see,
in
so
the
he's up
welterweight,
there, right?
so he's still up there. Vicente Luque is 11th.
Oh,
So I mean, obviously, Vicente Luque can get a win over a dude like Tyron Woodley. It, you know, pushes him up the rankings a little bit. But I mean, if Woodley gets a win, okay, then I mean, obviously Usman is lined up for a fight against Masvidal.
hmm
Gilbert Burns came off the loss. I think he doesn't have a fight anytime soon, but I don't know how he's doing. If there was any injuries after that fight, he might be taking some time off. If not,
yeah.
but there's also Kobe Covington. Obviously, no, the fans. I mean, Kobe Covington will not take that fight again.
And
He already did what he had to do. He beat him. It
Yeah,
wasn't a decision. He beat him. They stopped the fight. So if Woodley manages to win this fight, I mean, Michael Chiesa is above him, ranked 6th. I don't think Chiesa has a fight coming up anytime soon. Leon Edwards obviously just came off that
oh yeah, with
fight with Bilal Muhammad.
eye
He's
poker.
he's saying that he wants an automatic title shot, or at least I think a fight with Kobe Covington.
Honestly, I still want to see what
We all want to see that.
Masvidal wants to do.
Oh,
Can do at least to Usman at least because you know everyone thinks
no, well, obviously that's
it was kind of unfair.
obviously that's the fight.
Yeah,
Usman versus Masvidal. But I mean, I don't think Leon Edwards said he doesn't want to wait. So even if
he wants a title shot, like
he wants
right
a title
now,
shot,
right? Yeah.
like he wants the next title shot. So if it's not, let's say Usman wins, he says he wants the next title shot. But I mean, other than, I mean, Kobe lost to Usman already. He beat him there. He knocked him out in that fight. Gilbert Burns obviously got beat too. Leon
But
Edwards,
it was towards the end too. Like he,
and so I mean, I don't know. I
it
mean,
wasn't an easy
it's a
fight.
tough division because it could go anyway, could go many directions. But with Woodley getting the win, I think give him maybe Leon Edwards next. I mean, because I don't think you can make Gilbert Burns versus Woodley again. Same as Kobe versus Woodley again. They both beat him.
And they both got knocked out too.
No, well, they both. I mean, Kobe beat Woodley. I think it was like stopped in the 4th round.
Yeah.
Gilbert beat him by 5th round decision, dominant.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just tough, but I think at the end of the day, I hope Woodley can bounce back.
That lineup is so stacked.
At the end of the day, if he can't, then I mean, Luque's would want to win as well because he gets a big name. Another good, intriguing fight on that main card.
Oh yeah, your boy is back. You've been talking about this guy for a long time.
I've been preaching Sugar Sean since like
you've been
way back in the day.
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley returns to fight Almeida. Obviously O'Malley's coming off a loss where I think he broke his leg against Chito Vera.
Instead of defending his Fortnite record, he's got to defend his UFC record again.
What's it called? Yeah, he keeps saying that he's undefeated.
Jesus Christ, he looks like a ramen noodle.
And this is a good fight. I mean, O'Malley has potential to be up there with the best of the best in the bantamweight division.
Yeah. No, and I see it. I've seen what he's done in his highlights and all that stuff, and I think he's a
smooth.
Good fighter.
He's smooth. Yeah, he's really smooth. Obviously, Almeida's coming off of a 3-fight losing streak.
Oh no!
So he lost to Rivera in 2017, Rafa
so
in 2018, and Martinez in 2020. So Almeida like you said, he needs it. I mean, he doesn't have a horrible record. He's 22-4. I mean, his 4 losses. I mean, obviously 3 losses back to back. to back. And then his fourth loss or his first loss was against Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah, Cody Garbrandt, yeah.
Yeah, Cody Garbrandt in 2016. I mean, he's lost to some killers. Fonz, Garbrandt, Jimmy Rivera. They're killers. I'm interested to see how O'Malley can bounce back because I feel like he's dealt with leg injuries a lot.
It's been a long time. Like he hasn't been
It's been about a
fighting.
year, I think. I want to say.
No, it's been like 2. No,
no. I don't think it's been that long.
No, I swear it's been like 2.
I don't think
it's been a long time.
Let me check.
Because I remember, like, he's been gone for a little while. He's I remember you talking about him like back in 2018, I believe, or 2017.
Yeah, I started watching him when he came on the
and you
Dana
were
White
a big
Contender
fan
Series.
of him.
Yeah, I preached to him about Danny. I preached about him with Danny, and
I think he's been quiet for like 2 years. He's been gone for a while.
No, his last fight was August 15th, 2020.
Really?
Yeah, it feels like a long time, but he wasn't that long ago. Yeah, it was a loss in the first round. That's the shitty part about it too. Was in the first round. So, like I said, I'm excited to see him come back. I want to see what he's able to do with that injury. Obviously,
yeah, I'm excited.
See if he's going to be comfortable kicking, receiving kicks. But
there's controversy with him too, right?
About
well, he claims that he got snitched on, right? That's the reason why he
there was that whole conspiracy about that. I was seeing things about how John Jones he's the one that was snitching on people,
everyone, right?
And so he snitched O'Malley out, and who knows what. But I don't know how true all that is. It's probably just conspiracy. It's all the Eddie Bravos and Joe Rogans of the world just getting crazy. But yeah, like I said, I'm just excited to see this one. This is the most excited fight I'm most excited for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of O'Malley, so I just want to see how he bounces back. If he's able to, like I said, be able to kick again just like normal.
He's had a good rest, so he should be coming back pretty good.
He should be fine. I mean, he looks solid. He's always smooth when he gets into the octagon. His fight against his last win against Eric Wineland, that walk-off knockout. I don't know if you remember, you see a couple. They've been posting it everywhere this last week, where he just knocks him out and he just walks off like nothing. That was a solid knockout. He's a solid fighter. He can stand with them.
He's a knockout artist, I believe.
So I'm excited for that fight. I mean, that's a good fight to tune in for. I mean, that does it for most of our MMA ones today. I mean, I could get into the whole card, but it's just a lot. We do have some breaking news that came in today in the boxing world. Legend coming back.
Oh yeah, Fishnets De La Hoya.
He's
back.
He's back. I don't know how I feel about this, man. I don't know.
I mean, I feel bad.
The guy gained some weight. Does he really need to come back? I mean,
I don't think he does.
I mean, obviously,
he's a legend already. Why come back?
He's got plenty of fucking money. He's got fighters signed to him that are killing it. Ryan Garcia is a baller right now.
He still owns the Zone, right? So it's like, why come back?
I don't think he owns the Zone, does he?
I'm pretty sure he has a big chunk of the Zone.
He might have I'm not too sure about that. You might be right though. But I mean,
like, there's no reason for him to come back at all. I don't know why he's trying to come back or what's motivating him to come back. Like, he's an older guy. He's shown himself to be a beast in
his last fight was against
category.
Manny Pacquiao in 2008.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's a long time.
That's 13 years almost, right?
That's 12 years.
I mean, I guess I understand if the fight is going to be similar to this last fight, this Mike Tyson fight that we've seen.
Yeah,
but all they're doing is body shots,
yeah,
and not aiming for the head, because at the end of the day, that fight was just body shots.
But really, that's like a month's paycheck for him.
Yeah, but I mean, he doesn't need money.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
So I don't see why he's coming back.
There's no reason for him to have that, because he's
when you see
a legend, he's already making money.
When you see
he doesn't have to worry about retiring.
When there's boxers that obviously have they don't have a good reputation of like the way they spend their money. He would I mean, if they run out of money or they're crazy spenders, then I understand. Maybe, you need the money. But a dude like Oscar De La Hoya, he doesn't need the money.
He's a billionaire.
He's got nothing to prove.
He's a billionaire. That's how everything should explain it right there. He's a billionaire.
He's got enough money for new fishnets every week. So I think at the end of the day, he should just leave it to the youngins that are coming up, focus on maybe pushing these some of these fighters under the Golden Boy promotions.
Yeah, get homeboy freaking more swole up. Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia. Yeah, I mean, there's
Especially now that the Tank might be going to prison.
You think
for a
so?
while.
I don't know if he might be
I mean,
going to
yeah,
prison.
he's got good lawyers. You know, Mayweather's is also his promoter, so for
I
sure
think-
Mayweather's gonna
Throw some
know,
money in there.
fix
and
some
fix, yeah. But I think
get him out of that.
I mean, I'll tune in. I'm not gonna veto. I mean, not tune into
Especially
it.
because he's gonna get paid by DAZN.
I mean, I'll watch it. You know, like I said, I like to watch fights, so I'll watch it. But there's nothing to prove here. I think it's.
What's this guy saying over here? Jesse, really?
He's saying that he's
Mexican.
Mexican. Thought you guys would be creamy.
No, why? He's old. Let him retire. Let him rest.
Yeah, he's I don't know. I think it's dumb. He has nothing to prove at the end of the day.
I don't want to see him hurt. I don't want to see him get,
I mean, you take
humiliated,
damage, especially at that age, without probably not fighting that long. Who knows if he's even been training? Maybe the retirement life has just been eating steaks, lobsters, and
not seeing it. Like after a while,
sniffing coke, and I mean that's probably what he's been doing.
You think a guy would do okay after a while, but no, once you get up in age, you're not the same anymore. So it's a little different for anyone that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's stupid, honestly.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think so too. I don't know.
It's kind of dumb. Another thing that I wanted to get to today, like I said, we're the No Knowledge podcast is not just MMA. I mean, or boxing.
A little bit about everything.
We got every now and then, like I said, we might do an album review, see what we like, or even have a debate who the top 5 rappers are right now. But I mean, it's sports in general, and we also love basketball. Eric,
you set me up for this shit, didn't you?
You're a big Bulls fan, my guy.
You set me up for this.
What did you think about yesterday's NBA trade deadline and you guys trading for Nikola Vukovic?
I'm actually excited. Like, I have never been a big fan of Wendell Carter Jr., so I was actually kind of happy that we got rid of him. And Vucevic's
he's a killer. He's a baller.
Great center. He's a great balling, center.
Yeah. So
but I'm very happy for him to be part of the Bulls franchise.
Nikola Vukovic is. I mean, he's not young either.
Yeah, he's an older guy. I get that.
He's getting older, but I mean, obviously the season is still a little bit young. I mean, there's still potential you guys can make it to the 8th seed, or even fight for the 8th seed. But I mean, if for example you guys don't make it to the playoffs this year, do you feel confident? I mean, I know Lauri Markkanen is. I think he becomes a free agent this upcoming off season. So do you feel confident with the team that you guys have right now to push for the playoffs and even contend for a championship with Kobe White, Zach LaVine, who's a freaking killer?
I like Kobe White, and you've heard me talk about Zach LaVine. You know what I think about him, and he's a great player, and I'm excited. I'm actually really excited. 7 seeds, first round exit at best. Get out of here.
I mean, Nikola Vukovic is a killer. He's a great center. I think he improves you guys
a lot
for sure.
A lot.
Wendell Carter was he seems smaller for a center. Honestly, I felt like
Wendell was like 6'10", I believe.
I felt like Wendell Carter seemed more like a power forward, honestly.
Yeah.
But I mean, Wendell Carter is also
shorter than Markkanen.
Yeah. And Markkanen doesn't play the center.
No, he plays the power forward / small forward, kind of.
And so I think the Magic also got a steal though in Wendell Carter Jr. because was it how many picks did they get?
They got
2 first rounds?
No, I think they got one.
No, I think it was 2 first round picks, maybe.
1 first round pick
and 1 second.
2 players.
Oh, okay. Because they got Wendell Carter and they got Otto Porter.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, obviously Otto Porter's on.
Which I liked Otto Porter, but
injuries have been ruining him this year.
He's been sucking.
Carter is young, so I think he has potential to be something decent for Orlando for the rebuild.
Yeah, he's not part of our team. Rebuild. I don't like him.
But
I've always expressed my feelings about depending on players and all that stuff. And like I said, with the last missing piece now, all we need is Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown,
I think
you've been preaching this for years now, and so I mean, I'll say it. I mean, you preached that LaVine was gonna become a
I
bull
always
when
said
he
it,
was with the Timberwolves. And now,
regardless of
yep,
Wiggins and Cat, and I never
yeah,
mentioned
you
those two
always
guys
said
to be
Levine is
Bulls.
going to be a bull,
I always said Levine was going to be a
and
bull,
I remember
and he
that,
became a bull.
and he became a bull. So now
So I'm
crossing my
praying.
fingers that you're wrong this time,
I
because
know, no, because I'm praying that Brown could become a bull too, because
and it's possible, because look at the
he's a
Celtics
great
right now.
player.
Look at the Celtics right now. They're struggling.
They're struggling.
I
Not
think,
only that, they have issues because Tatum and Brown are practically the same two players.
and I mean, they can make it work, but I don't know what's going on with them.
Something's
I
wrong.
mean,
Something's
they got
wrong
Kemba, they got
organization.
Smart, they got Jalen, they got Tatum. Obviously, the center. Who did they trade for as well? They got a new center, I think, because they traded Theis. Oh, they're going with that younger guy, Williams, I think. I'm not sure if he's a rookie or like a second, third year player, but I mean, they got a decent team.
They have a great team. If
I mean,
anything,
that's what I was expecting. I was expecting Vukovic to land with Boston.
yeah,
that's what I was expecting, because they need a decent center.
And
And this shocked me, because I was not expecting this from Chicago.
Me either. I mean, I knew we needed a center, because I never liked Wendell Carter, but
Wendell Carter was a killer. You're just hating on him.
You know, he's okay, but he's not what we needed or what we expected. And
he was everything you guys needed. And
no, no.
But I think at the end of the day, you guys. I feel like you guys possibly.
I honestly feel like we won this. We won this.
I mean, we can't. I mean,
sure.
Orlando, they got a young team now. I mean, they're gonna have to rebuild. And Carter's a decent player. They can work around and see if he can
just
turn out to be a star,
center,
and just go from there. Another trade that, I mean, it's not a big superstar, but it's someone that could possibly impact.
This could change up the whole thing. But honestly, I think the Clippers are in a mess.
They've been a mess, I think, since last year, because of the fact that they couldn't win that. They were up 3-1, just like our beloved Utah Jazz. But I mean,
they're realizing this is the downfall for the Clippers. They're not gonna make it. I don't think they're gonna make it anymore. They're done. I don't think they're gonna have a successful winning chance of making it to the.
I mean, Rajon Rondo's a legend. He's a vet.
Championship.
He can potentially give them what they needed at the point guard position, because who was their point guard
for the Clippers?
Yeah,
it was Lou.
No, it was Lou. Lou coming off the bench. But I mean, who's their starter?
It was
what's his name? Because I know it was Reggie Jackson. I'm not sure if he was starting, but they also have what's his name? The dude that came from
you could even say
from Houston. Patrick Beverly.
I'm the captain.
What?
I'm the captain now.
Yeah, Beverly. Yeah, I'm the captain. Beverly. But I mean, Rondo's legit. I think he can help possibly. I mean, it's the vet presence too.
Maybe Randall. You don't mean Rondo?
Oh yeah, Rondo. Rondo's the vet, so I think he can maybe bring that vet presence and maybe control the locker room. Maybe slap them around and get them to where they need to be. Because I mean,
maybe, but at the same time, I feel like Lou was the perfect person for them, because they needed a shooter.
Lou's been struggling this whole season, though. I mean, he even said that he was contemplating retirement before he got traded,
because he was busy at Atlanta strip clubs,
and that's why they shipped him to Atlanta, because he loves Atlanta strip clubs so much. That's why they shipped him out to Atlanta, because now he can be at the strip clubs every night, But I think Rondo is legit. It'll be interesting to see him if he can go back to back. He wins the championship with both LA teams. I mean, that
would be crazy.
It'd be crazy.
That would be nuts. Yeah, then that puts like a big.
That just surpasses him as the greatest point guard ever.
Yeah, I don't know about greatest, but yeah.
But it'd be nice. I mean, I want to see what he can do to maybe fix up the locker room a little. See what they, PG, Kawhi, because I think at the end of the day, this is just biting Kawhi in the ass, because he tried screwing over the Lakers with his decision.
Yeah.
I mean, he knew from the beginning he wasn't going to go with the Lakers.
He's messing up.
And he messed them over. He screwed them over, because the Lakers were confident they were going to land Kawhi.
Yeah.
And so they missed out on a lot of decent, great free agents. And so when Kawhi committed to the Clippers, there really wasn't options out there for the Lakers. So he tried screwing them over. I think this is karma. So I think this is a little bit of karma coming back to bite him in the ass, because
not only that, I think it was like he tried doing too much, and he ended up screwing himself over. Like he's
I mean,
he had the perfect team almost.
He should have stayed with Toronto. Toronto was legit. Lowry, him, Siakam. Had he stayed there, I'm pretty sure they would have managed to try to at least keep some of the the team together.
Oh yeah, especially Great Value Drake.
Great Valley Drake.
Yeah. What's his name?
I don't know. Oh, Van Vliet.
Van Vliet.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, he's still there. Oh man, but he took a big contract too, though.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah.
Yeah. So who knows what the money
Him and
situation would have
then
been?
no, now Lowry's gone too. So it's
No,
like
Lowry's still there.
I
He
thought he
didn't get
left.
traded. No, he didn't get traded. That's the one
So I
we
heard
were.
fake news.
You were hearing fake news all day, my
Oh
guy.
my god!
Yeah, I don't know where you were hearing all this news from.
I heard that he left.
No, he's still there. He balled out
Then
yesterday.
he went to San Antonio or something like
San
that.
Antonio.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So another big, I think is gonna shake up the
Oh
East.
yeah, this is
Is
nuts.
Victor Oladipo headed to Miami,
This is crazy.
teaming up with Jimmy Buckets, Bam Adebayo,
Oh.
and this is the crazy part: the Heat didn't have to give up Hero, Duncan Robinson,
I still call him Hero.
or Kendrick Nunn. They legit didn't have to give up
Oh my god.
none of these building pieces that they probably want to build around towards the future. You know.
And you're an Indiana fan, so
I'm an Indiana
how do you
fan.
feel?
I
How do you
mean, I
feel?
don't. I mean, Vic was legit when he was with us. I mean, injuries hurt him. He wasn't the same. That's why they traded him. We got Karis LeVert. I'm excited for Karis LeVert in Indiana. I was excited for him to go somewhere else and be fresh. And I thought Houston was gonna be the place for him, but Houston seems to be in rebuild mode. I think they've lost 20 plus in a row or something like that now. I think it's good.
He
I
has to
mean,
come back pretty good though, right? Like you don't think he's like fully gone. You don't
Who?
think he's like a D Rose almost.
Who? Vic?
Vic,
No, I
yes.
know, no. He can still ball out. I think he still has potential to give the Heat that boost because, I mean, I like the Heat. The Heat look legit. I mean, when Jimmy Buckets is having an off day, Robinson steps up, or Hero steps up,
Yeah.
or Kendrick Nunn. I mean,
Yeah.
Adebayo steps in.
That's what
I mean,
you
the
call
only
a team.
they gave up Kelly Olynyk. I thought Kelly Olynyk was a decent, player off the bench. He was giving them some decent stats, but I mean, to give Vic, that's solid.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
the rumors were
that's crazy.
remember for the longest time they were saying the rumors maybe Bradley Beal headed to Miami. I mean, that would have been an even bigger.
Yeah,
bigger
I'm
upgrade.
still a little jealous that they got Vic for what they gave up.
I mean, they really didn't give up much.
anything.
Yeah, they really didn't give up much, and that's a solid one.
Yeah, I mean, Black Panther. Jesus Christ, he's
legit. I think
yeah,
he's. I mean,
this might make them the winners for the
East again.
finals.
You think they reach the East again? I mean, the
think
finals.
they make the finals.
You think they reach the finals?
Yeah.
I mean, the East is legit. I mean, you still got Philly. Philly's still first right now.
Yeah, Philly's good, but
Philly's
I think
balling.
they're kind of drained a little bit.
No, I don't think so because Embiid took an injury, but they still been able to win without Embiid. They've been stepping it up.
Yeah,
Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons.
How long can they keep it up for though?
I mean, but if Embiid comes back healthy, he doesn't get hurt again, I think Philadelphia has the best chance of making the finals.
Over Miami, really?
Over Miami, yeah. I like
even over the Bucks.
I like
just in case.
I like Embiid. I like Embiid over Adebayo.
Oh man, yeah, I see where you're coming from, but no,
the Bucks are legit.
The Bucks are good, but I don't think even the Bucks could handle Miami. I think
really?
I think
there's Brooklyn's too.
Oh, Brooklyn, it scares me a little bit.
Because I mean, Kevin Durant's been resting.
Yeah,
I think they're saying that
they all been resting.
I think they're saying he's hurting or whatever.
I think the only one that hasn't been resting is Harden.
But I think Irving this last couple of games he's been missing is because of family related issues or something like that. He had to leave.
His birthday came up.
Oh yeah, maybe. Party. But Kevin Durant, I think they're just trying to be really cautious with him because they're just saving him. They're saving him for the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean,
man, you gotta be with him though because he had Achilles tendon
injury. Yeah, so
I think that's pretty bad.
I think Brooklyn's a killer. I think Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's either Brooklyn to me or Miami.
I think the East is legit. I think it's
Miami. I lost faith in
Philly, Boston. We lost faith in.
Boston too. I lost faith with Philly when they got rid of JJ Redick. Honestly,
they've been legit. They still got some.
They are legit, but like I don't know. Embiid somehow, some way finds a way to get injured, and then everything gets screwed up.
I mean, they've been able to.
And he's the guy, he's like a trusted process and all stuff.
Then
he gets hurt.
They've been managing the win, so I think
for now until the playoffs show up, then what happens?
We got a little thing here with Hyro. He says with the trade the Bulls made, how far you guys think they will get into the postseason? I don't even think they make the postseason, to be honest, right now.
Who are you a fan of?
It's too late to talk about.
Who's you a fan of?
I don't know.
I'm getting kind of mad
I
now.
don't know who he's a
Why
fan
is he
of.
calling out the Bulls for?
I don't know who he's a fan of.
Bulls
But,
better be top 5.
but I think, yeah, the East. This trade with Vic, it shakes up the whole East.
Oh
It's
yeah, for
interesting.
real. I think Miami's got a good chance of
Who's one
making
team
it.
you thought needed to make some moves and didn't?
Definitely the Bucks.
The
And,
Bucks.
yeah, the Bucks and
I thought it was the Lakers because of LeBron
oh,
and
Lakers
AD
too.
being,
Same
being
with
hurt.
Lakers. Yeah,
I thought that was going to
they're
be
hurt
one,
and
but
they don't have
I thought that was for
no
sure
one to
one
help them out.
that
Yeah.
was that needed to happen. Another one that I was a big one was the Aaron Gordon going to Denver.
Oh,
They got Aaron Gordon and JaVale McGee.
and they got rid of what's his name?
Gary Harris.
Gary Harris. Yeah.
Which was injury prone as well. Hasn't been able to do much due to the injuries. But I mean, that's starting 5 for the Nuggets. You got Murray, Will Barton, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic.
Aaron Gordon's old though. He's no, he's not old. He's what, like about to hit 30?
I think so. But I mean,
I was thinking
that's
of another
solid though. That's a solid lineup. I think easily the Nuggets finish top 3. The Jazz, I think, are legit. I mean, I don't know if they really could have made any big moves. I don't know their cap situation or what they could have done, but I think they got a solid team.
They got a solid team. I like the Jazz.
I mean,
I'm still rooting for the Jazz
Conley
too.
this year's balling. He's finally doing what we expected him to do last year. Last year was kind of a bust.
Yeah.
But I mean, this year he's doing what we needed him to do. I mean, Conley, you got Mitch, obviously the star of the team. Then you got Bogdanovic. I think Bogdanovic is starting to finally get. Bogey's finally starting to get in his rhythm because at first he was struggling just for the fact that he's coming off the injury, that surgery that he had to take. That's why he wasn't in the bubble last year.
Yeah.
So I mean, if he would have avoided that surgery, I think the Jazz probably could have gone to the finals. That messed them up. The fact that the NBA wasn't knowing what was going to happen. They weren't sure what direction they were going.
I think the whole matchup with Murray against Donovan, that kind of messed everything up too because they were both trying to show each other up. You know.
Yeah, but
that kind of screwed everything up. I think.
And then I think who's starting at the 4 for them? Is it Bogey? Oh no, because I think it's Royce O'Neal starting. Royce O'Neal starting at the 3, and I think Bogey starting at the 4, and then Gobert.
I thought it was Ingles.
No, I think Ingles is smaller than
He's
than
just
Bogey.
a 2?
Because I know Derek Favors is obviously coming off the bench. Maybe they could have done something to get a guy like Aaron Gordon. I don't know how the cap situation would have been like, but or maybe what do you think about maybe even the Jazz going in for LaMarcus Aldridge? I know that a lot of people are saying
that would have been nice.
I mean, they're saying that he's more than likely going to go to Miami. That's one of the rumors. But I mean, how would
Miami wins it all? I think.
If they get Aldridge,
yeah, that's a stacked team.
And then there's Andre Drummond got bought out today. So the rumors are the Knicks, Brooklyn, Clippers, Lakers, and I think.
So where's Drummond going then?
Those are the teams that are interested in him right now.
Oh my goodness.
So
yeah, Drummond's also a big piece that is gonna, it's gonna make waves throughout the whole NBA.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be an interesting season. I mean, like I said, we talked a little bit about NBA today, just because it's a little bit of a.
Also, we should bring this up a little bit too. Is like, so at first I was like, oh, you know what, LeBron got hurt on his ankle injury, and then I actually watched the video like a day or two later, and it looks like he faked it. So I'm not gonna lie.
You think he's faking it just because he wants to get rest? And
don't get me wrong. I am a LeBron hater, so take it as you want.
No, I mean the guy literally landed on his leg.
He no, no,
and it did look nasty.
He like leaned on his leg.
And I mean, if you want to, we can always reenact it. I could be the guy that lands on your ankle, and we can see how if you're faking it.
I mean, I got legs of steel, so
but no, I think regardless, now that you brought that up, I think LeBron's a killer, and
he came back to shoot that 3, and he was fine.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously. It's bad, so that's why he had to leave.
I don't know.
I think regardless, LeBron is a killer, and they can't win without him.
He is a great player.
Because if it was AD carrying the team, AD never got hurt. LeBron got hurt right now. AD can't do what LeBron does. AD can't carry the team.
I agree with you.
So even when AD got hurt, LeBron was still carrying that team, and so I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how far they fall.
Yeah.
In the seedings because. Danny's a LeBron fan. He's not a Laker fan. He's just a LeBron fan.
But
he's always telling me that.
Me saying that he faked that.
No. You're gonna piss him off.
Danny, hit me up.
And I think it's gonna be interesting to see how far they fall into the standings because let's say they fall 7-8, whatever, they're possibly facing the Jazz or even the Suns in the first round, and it's
Oh
just interesting
no,
matchups to see how
the Suns is interesting
the
too.
Suns are
I
interesting
like the
because
Suns.
just look what CP3 did in one season,
CP
dog.
no, honestly, CP3 is very underrated. Like he's brought every single team he's gone to or gone traded to
Even if he doesn't win a
to the
championship,
damn playoffs.
even if he doesn't win a championship, he's top 5 point guards of all time.
Yeah, he's
Easily,
a beast.
in my
Easily,
opinion,
yeah,
because he's yeah, exactly. He took Oklahoma City last year. Oklahoma City was garbage.
no one
Nowhere to be
expected
found.
him to make the playoffs.
They made the playoffs.
They made the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah. Suns, same thing.
This year, OKC's garbage.
Yeah.
Bad.
And that's that they got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, which I really like too.
He's dealing with some injuries.
Which also I wish he'd be a future Bull, but doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt that too. But yeah, so like I said, we were talking a little bit NBA today just because we want to do a little bit of everything sports wise, not just MMA. Maybe next week if something comes up where we can talk about a new album, hip hop album, or we can get into the conversations of like.
But yeah, we love music.
But I mean, Eric's a big J. Cole, Kendrick fan, and same as I am. But I mean, I listen to a little bit of everything, so we have our little discussions where, you know, I feel like a certain artist is making noise and he's, you know, top 5 at the moment, and Eric still thinks J. Cole's top 5, even though he hasn't dropped anything. Or
I hold back a lot.
So that's what I'm saying is we might be discussing albums, what we thought about it after a couple listens, or we might even just be talking about random little, you know, talking points about greatest rap albums we consider top 5 or greatest rappers alive or dead or alive, whatever. But we just want to make this show a little bit about everything. Hopefully you guys tune in for that. I mean, if there's a day where it's something that intrigues you a little bit more, then good. And if you don't feel like you doesn't fit your needs or whatever, then tune in for the next one, you know. But it's gonna be a little bit of everything. And so to finish the show off, I just want to remind you guys all of the giveaway again. It's not too late. You still can easily win $100, easy money. You ain't gotta do shit. Just go like, follow the page, share that post, tag 3 friends, tag 3 more, tag another 3, tag as many as you want. More option, more a bigger chance for you to win. Obviously, the second option was just to listen to the show and see how many times we said the word baller within the first 5 minutes. I mean, the word baller doesn't matter anymore at this point because it's not the first 5 minutes. But if you stuck around for the whole show, thank you. We appreciate it. Simple as that. Just and tune in because this is one of many giveaways to come up. The crew's been talking about, you know, some of these concerts that might be happening this year. You know, they've been dropping concerts like crazy, whether it be hip hop, whether it be EDM. I don't know what the page, what our followers are into, but there might be giveaways for some music, for a pair of tickets to concerts, or maybe even a pair of tickets to the Jazz game. I don't know if Real Salt Lake is going to be allowing fans again. I don't know if they even were. I'm not too much into soccer, but
they got fans.
Who? You're about to make our soccer fans really mad now.
No.
But yeah, so just tune in because there's going to be lots of giveaways. I mean, there are going to be concert tickets, whatever. But just tune in. Just tune in for all of that.
Also, on the last comments, top 5 tech reviews. Yeah. So there's been Asus that came out with a phone, OnePlus that came out with a phone. I believe.
So yeah, we might even have Eric come just fucking, tell us about some of the new phones coming out, and because he's a really techie guy.
There was like 2 more other phones that came out with.
He's really into techie. I remember back when we were kids, and
I'm always
the first thing.
Huawei. There you go. That's the other one.
The first thing Eric would do when he would go into anyone's
mad
house.
At the government freaking.
Okay, now you're not gonna start getting crazy. Now you're getting crazy.
I'm
this ain't the tinfoil hat. No. Okay? But the first thing Eric would do when he would go to people's houses is look at their TV and shit. So yeah, he's a tech guy. So I don't know how he didn't apply Best Buy, but
I did twice, and they told me to F off.
Yeah, so just tune in. We got a lot of stuff coming up, new shows, a little bit of everything. Like I said, Danny wasn't able to make it. He's on vacay. He's a baller like that. But he might be back next week for the next show, and Eric's probably gonna be a regular on the show. He seems to he watches the fights just like we do, so he might just be a regular.
No, he's not. I bet him.
We got some guy saying I'm more of a tech geek than more of a tech geek though. we'll have to see about that. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see.
But yeah, so thanks again, everyone, for tuning in, and catch us next week for another episode of the No Knowledge Podcast. Peace.
Peace.